But let's get into the game because I don't really want to, but we have to. But look, I think that first and foremost, let's talk about the lineup, because why the hell was Ben Davies playing? Why the hell was Ben Davies playing when he played in midweek? Surely he played in midweek with a view for Reguilon to play on the weekend. I mean, why would you play Ben Davies twice in a week? It doesn't make sense to me. Reguilon has had a brilliant start to the season, in my opinion. He gives us that outlet on the left-hand side. What does Ben Davies give us? What does he give us?
Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. I mean, it was all going around saying, when I was outside of the protest, someone was coming up and going, there's rumours that Davies is going to be in. I was like, it can't. And then obviously it was there, and I did not even understand why. And the first thing I said when I spoke to your granddad, I was like I said to Grandpa, well, why are they playing him? And your grandpa was like, I think maybe because of the height, because obviously Reguilon. And that kind of made sense. But then he was at fault for Ronaldo's goal. The defense, I mean, when you got Dyer and him together, it's a recipe for disaster. And I just don't understand it. I don't understand. I agree with you. I think Reguilon, especially in the last few games, has been fantastic. Yeah. Just another Tottenham.
And even if you are planning to play Ben Davies against Man United, why do you play him against Burnley as well then? Why didn't you not play Reguilon then on Wednesday night?
Exactly. It's, again, with Emerson.
Makes no sense to me.
I honestly thought Tanganga was going to start because of more defensive.
The physicality, yeah.
Yeah, but Emerson started. Emerson, I think, had a good game.
Yeah, I mean, he was providing a good outlet on that option on their right-hand side. Didn't get too many good crosses in the box, but I felt like he was definitely playing well on that right side.
Yep. He was. Thank God for him. Thank God for him in that defence, because it did, like I said, offer an outlet. We know Ben Davies doesn't do that. He's not the attacking left back that Reggie is, and he just looks so lost. He looks so lost. I wonder if he came out like Vitesse and said, "Oh, the pitch was bad," or the fans were being abusive, and I can't handle this, and the big boy stole my lunch bunny, and all that. So yeah, it's just the biggest question mark over that. He didn't even answer. I don't think he was asked the question, was he? Why pick Davies?
No, I didn't even listen to his press conference yesterday. I haven't even listened to it. But look, the game started, and I felt like for the first until Man United scored, I mean, I felt like the Spurs players were up for it. I mean, I felt like the Spurs players were trying. I felt Harry Kane was pressing. I felt most of the Spurs players looked on it. Without creating too much, without doing too much on the pitch. I mean, there were a few openings and a few moments where we could have done a bit better and got a goal and stuff like that. And obviously the goal that was ruled out for offside, Christian Romero. But as soon as they scored, heads dropped. But even when our players looked up for it, it looked like there was no plan. Like, what was the plan yesterday? Like, I felt like our players were actually in the right mindset to go out there and win this game, but it was let down by the tactics of Nuno and the system that we were playing. Like, what was the plan yesterday? I don't get it. What was the plan?
I think it's jumpers for goalposts. That's what we're doing. We're just going out there, go run around a bit and do something. There's no cohesion. We are so static. I have never seen us with so little movement. I mean, obviously, I haven't been to the games to watch it to see what the whole team are doing, but there's just back, and side to side. And then every time we look forward, and Shearer did it yesterday on Match Today when he just said the space that we were just giving United. There's just no intensity. There's no desire. There's no nothing there.
Yeah, and it's true. And I mean, that did happen later on during the game as the game wore on. But I did feel for the first 20 minutes at least that, the players came out with the right attitude. And I felt that they were running, they were pressing, but they were just let down by the manager and let down by the tactics once again. They were.
I mean, like you said, it started off positive, but we've got such a bad mentality. We have got such poor mentality that as soon as that goal went in, it had to be hit that man. Questions were asked, heads dropped. Have you seen Højbjerg's interview afterwards?
No.
Højbjerg even said in the interview on Match Today, I'm not going to say too much. I think something kicked off in the dressing room with the way Højbjerg was talking. But yeah, once that went 1-0 down, there was just one team in it. Their heads dropped.
Yeah, completely true. A few super chats to get to. First one from Crocodoc saying, Nuno said in his press conference on picking Ben Davies over Reguilon, Ben is a bit more consistent.
When Reguilon's just had his... This shows the mess we're in.
Consistently what? Consistently shit?
Yep, I think that's what it's come to, because Reguilon, Newcastle was fantastic. West Ham was trying to do bits. And in a few games this season, he has been back to the Reguilon we signed. And to say that Ben Davies is a bit more consistent, what is that all about?
consistently average. That's what he's, you know what I mean? Consistently average. That's what he's more consistent at. Makes no sense to me. I mean, everything surrounding Tottenham just baffles me at the moment. It just baffles me. The decision-making at this football club is an absolute disgrace. It's a disgrace. From Daniel Levy, Joe Lewis to Daniel Levy, all the way down to Nuno. I mean, the decision-making at this club is an absolute joke. Another super chat here from Essa El Shamari saying, long time since I sent a super chat. Nice to see you, lads. I think what we need is to start from scratch, sell the deadwood, bring in a long-term manager. Do you think Conte is the one? I don't. I mean, Conte, there's no chance. Conte rejected us in the summer because we didn't match the ambition. So why are people talking about him now?
You know, because, again, it's Tottenham reaching for the stars to try and appease everyone and say, this is what we're going to try and do, this is what we're going to do. Listen, we could get Klopp and Guardiola as assistant and we won't do anything because nothing will change. It doesn't matter who comes in. If Conte's already turned us down, what, Levy's all of a sudden going to turn around and say, yeah, now I'll give you the money. We know he's not. We know he's not. Conte is who we could have got. If we just lost Poch now and he was available, then, yeah, you could have got him in. He ain't coming in a million years.
Yeah, it's very true. It's very, very true. And, you know, with Dr. Tottenham striking again, striking once again, making everyone's weekend happy, apart from the Spurs fans. Man United saving Ollie's job once again. Dr. Tottenham, you know, it's the right remedy for anyone, isn't it? Absolutely anyone.
Cast iron guarantee. I mean, the thing that really struck me as well is before the game, did you see Marcus Rashford's tweet or Instagram a few days ago? And he said, listen, I haven't been on because I'm embarrassed.
Purely embarrassed,
This is Manchester United. We have Davies and Winks doing interviews like that. And I said, Dr. Tottenham, we've got Everton away next. Who've just got to come home from a 5-goal thumping from Watford.
Last week, yeah.
And yeah, it's honestly, Dr. Tottenham is really becoming a thing. It's becoming more than Spursy. It's Dr. Tottenham. Like, if anyone needs their job saved or anyone needs a result, if you got Tottenham, every manager, like Ferguson said, it's only Tottenham. Yeah. That's where we've gone back to.
We're back to it. And I genuinely believe we're back in the doldrums of the 90s, man. The late 90s, the mid 90s, you know. We're so poor. We're so poor. And even in the 90s, you know, at least we had a go. Yeah. At least we had a go and like try to attack teams. Now, what do we do on this football pitch? What do we do? I don't see any sort of game plan whatsoever. At all.
You got to remember as well, in the 90s, we were able to attract Jurgen Klinsmann when we couldn't offer him European football, couldn't offer him top six, couldn't offer him anything, and we could attract players like that. Sugar won us an FA Cup. Oh, no, he didn't. He won us the Worthington Cup because that was...
in 99,
yeah. So, like you said, at least the team always gave effort. We may not have been good, but one thing you could never doubt back in the 90s was the team's commitment, and now it's highly questionable.
Yeah, highly. Another super chat here from Dan saying, we should all out for Conference League. Don't think we can get top 6 with Nuno. I'm not sure what he's trying to say there. Maybe he's saying we should go out the Conference League. Is that what he's saying?
We should go all out for
it to all
try and get into Europa.
Oh, I see. We should go all out for the Conference League. And you know what? I've been saying about the Conference League, like, well, there's no guarantees. There's no guarantees whatsoever that we can finish top 6. I mean, it's even looking like an outside shot right now that we're going to finish top 6. So why not go all in for the Conference League? Why not go and win the Conference League? I don't care what people think about the Conference League. I don't care if we're going to be a laughing stock and, you know, we're going to celebrate winning the Conference League and what have you. But it's our only realistic chance to get into Europa League next season.
See, that statement alone is worrying. When you say it's our realistic chance to get this,
but it's true.
No, it's bang on the money. It's bang on the money, and I want a trophy. I've been saying it for years. I want a silver trophy. I want to have a day out where we're all celebrating, all happy.
Glorious day out in Albania.
Oh yeah, but you've got to love it. I don't know if I'll make it from Canada to. I think it holds about 3. What's the stadium capacity there? About 20,000.
I'm not too sure. Tirana. Let's have a look.
So yeah. I mean, it's a great point they bring up with the super chat, but then he's got to do squad balance with the squad in depth. The Premier League in December. December's going to be a nightmare.
22,000, yeah.
December's going to be a nightmare, and game management with these players is going to be key. And Thursday is a must-win. Is a must win. If we don't, the crowd's going to go even more toxic. And I think we have to go all out for it. I think you're right. I think it's our only realistic chance of top 6 and probably even a trophy.
Yeah, well, definitely a trophy, that's for sure. Faz Radfar with Super Chat saying, Nuno had a long chat when he subbed Reguilon versus West Ham. And that's the Super Chat. Do you reckon that's had something to do with his why he's been taken out the team?
Well,
What happened during West Ham? I know there was one defensive mishap in there from him, but I mean, how many defensive mishaps have we seen from Ben Davies week in, week out for years?
Exactly. I mean, I don't know what it is. And it can't be footballing reasons. Something has got to have gone on. Something is said in training or something not done in training that has warranted him not doing it. Because he's our best left back at the club. And you're playing Manchester United with Cavani and Ronaldo up front. And they just looked. We made them look like they were world beaters yesterday.
Yeah, it's so true. It's so true. But to be fair, look, with a team of Ronaldo, Cavani, Bruno Fernandes, you know, they can do that to anyone. But at the end of the day, they just got absolutely schmeiced by Liverpool last week, and they didn't look like they had a hope in hell in even making an attack, never mind getting a goal against Liverpool. And then we just come out there, we roll over, no tactics, Nuno. It's just a mess. It's an absolute mess. We got a super chat here from Josh King. What he says is, I think this may go down as the worst managerial appointment in our Premier League history. Clear to everyone, he was the wrong choice. Spot on. Absolutely spot on. The only manager to lose 5 out of his opening 10 games since Christian Gross.
That's what he's the worst one we've hired. He's the worst one. But yeah, all the stats for Nuno are not looking good. At least Nuno had Gross had a Ginola to bail him out.
Yeah.
I can't see who's going to bail us out. Son hasn't looked himself. Kane is definitely not himself. There's no creativity. I can't see that player, apart from Romero. And our defenders are not going to win us games.
And this is why you don't sack a manager without a plan. This is why you don't sack, especially a manager. I know everyone had their gripes with Jose Mourinho and whatever, but Jose Mourinho was 10 times, the Jose Mourinho tenure, however bad it got, was 10 times better than this.
Oh, without a doubt. And at least, you know what, with Jose, at least there was a purpose and you understood what, there was an idea. There was a way of play. And we may not have liked it, but we liked it when we were top of the league and it was gaining results, but you knew what he was doing. It may have been frustrating as hell, but you knew this is going to happen. And you just don't know what you're going to get with us right now.
Exactly. And as someone just mentioned in the chat, at least Jose was getting the best out of Son and Kane, completely juicing the most he could out of them. You know what I mean? And Nuno can't get Kane. He scored 1 goal, Premier League goal this season. And Son, I mean, as much as he's trying, he looks a shadow of himself from last season as well.
So do you know what? We were at the Villa game together. And at Villa, he was outstanding. Son ran that show.
Yeah.
And it's just got to show, like, within 4 weeks, what's happened at this club. He looked good against Newcastle, but we all did. But it was Newcastle. Let's be honest, and they just don't look. So, like I keep saying, they are overplayed and undervalued. And when I say undervalued, I don't mean by the wages they're on. I mean as human beings and as footballers. There's no squad rotation. There's no strength in depth, and it also, if you keep overplaying your best players, it's not like back in the 80s where they used to play every single game and there's only 2 subs. It's all about a squad game now, and we just don't have the squad.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a sad, sad state of affairs at Tottenham right now. And I don't really know where to go with it all. I really don't. I mean, it's just so depressing watching this turgid football with no plan, week in, week out. The only teams that we can beat is like bottom of the barrel teams that are basically in a worse space than us, pretty much. There's no chance we're going to go to any team with any sort of plan and go there and get a result. Like, tell me when our next win's coming from. Can you tell me where our next win's coming from?
No, this is the worrying thing. I can't. And this is the thing. Even though the games we've won, they haven't been convincing.
Yeah.
1-0s or 3-2s at Newcastle, or winning by the 1 goal. They have not been. They have not been very, very well, like victories where we played them off the park at all. Yes, we played some good football against Newcastle, but they've not been convincing. And I just can't. So it's Everton. We've got Vitesse, can't see a win, being serious. Everton, can't see a win. Guarantee Andros Townsend's going to check in. And then Leeds.
Leeds. That's the one where you could see a potential win there, couldn't you? Because Leeds are going really bad at the moment. They've had a terrible start to the season.
Tottenham. But also they play such attacking football, and I don't think we'll be able to live with it. Right now, I don't think we can live with it.
A few more super chats here. Ollie Hunt says, would you take Eddie Howe, Prem Proven and Young?
So do you know what I said when we were going, I'd take Eddie Howe. And the reason I would take Eddie Howe is we guarantee better football. Look what he did at Bournemouth with a shoestring budget, and he kept them up, and people used to compliment, apart from their season went down and they got hampered by injuries. Right now, I'll take Eddie Howe. I would. He's got Premiership. Like I said, at least you know the football will be better. I really would take him.
And we got a chap called Bob Spur TV in the comments with a super chat, and he says, "Big up, lads. The Nuno tide turned last night, but as I keep saying, he's a mediocre manager. Want elite lineups, elite substitution, elite man management, and get an elite manager. Love you, bro." And that's absolutely spot on. And that's exactly what you were saying before, wasn't it? That if you hire an average manager, expect average decisions.
Yeah. We cannot. This thing I say, when they called this El Sacchio yesterday. If we had got the win and Ole had lost his job, Man U can go for any manager they want because they are Man U. They have got the history, the tradition, the size of the club, and as much as they hate the Glazers, they will spend. If we had, we did lose. If we sat Nuno, we can't even touch what they could even go for. We can't even dream of it right now. There's not. How can you get a top manager out of a club now to come to the state that we're in, knowing that Daniel Levy's not going to back you? And like they talk about players going to other teams, and if they got players with the same country, they talk and say, "What's it like? What's the schools like for Kip?" The managers do exactly the same.
Yeah.
And I don't think a lot of them will be singing Daniel Levy's praises.
Yeah, I mean, some guy, I know you saw it, came up to me at the end of the game when I was singing a Levy out chant and said to me, "I want to know like what your real issue is with Daniel Levy, because when you look at the club right now, when you look at when he took over the club 20 years ago and to where we are now, you know, look at this lovely stadium. Why are you so anti-Levy? Like, this club is in such a better spot." And I was like, are you just happy to watch this turgid stuff week in, week out? Are you happy for the ownership to kind of do the club dirty every single year in the transfer market? Are you happy that everything at this football club gets put before football, NFL, concerts, you know, all the corporate thing? Are you happy that this beautiful stand that you're sitting in right now, that's supposed to be branded as the wall of sound and supposed to be for the real hardcore fans, are you happy that a corporate section is put right in the middle of it to kill the atmosphere? Are you happy that, you know, that this is not an atmosphere stand? This is not a stand where they're telling people to come and create atmosphere. They're using it as some sort of like attraction, like tourist attraction. Oh, come here and see the atmosphere. No, we want real fans in there to create the atmosphere. We don't want corporate people bang in the middle just to witness the atmosphere. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, you had that as well with the South Stand, and I've seen it a few times. I've been with you. Literally, if a large group stand up to try and get the atmosphere going, they're like, the stewards come, sit down. It's like you can't build anything up there. People have been blinded by this stadium and this training ground, and they fall for the we're trying to get Dybala, and then the deal collapses. But look, we're really trying to get them. Don't fall for this nonsense. It's all smoke and mirrors, and it's literally, we are a corporate. And like I said, we could see what was happening at Arsenal down the road. It was a prime example for him to look at and say, right, this is what they had to go through. And nope, we're going through it right now. And you look at it, people were laughing at Arsenal. We were just talking about it before with Aaron Ramsdale. We're like, what the hell are you spending this money? He's turning out good.
Yeah.
We all joked and said these may not have been the right players and they were overvalued, but they're performing. And at least they were backed. Arteta has been backed. We can't say that with any manager. No. Not one.
Yeah. Soufiane Zerad with the super chat saying, "Jose would have killed for Romero, Skip and Royale. Would have loved to sell loads of the Deadwood. Imagine all the points they'd have saved us." And I think that's actually spot on as well. I think that last season, if we would have had those three players, Royale, Romero and Skip, I mean, we would have done a lot better last season. Like last year, where was our problems lying? Right back, centre mid, centre back.
Yep, without a doubt. And then you could see there is such a good partnership being the making there with Højbjerg and Skip. And you could see right near the end of the season, Højbjerg was tiring out. He'd played 387 million games, so he needed a rest. And it was just, again, lack of depth, lack of creativity, not replacing players that we need to get replaced. And I think it's a great comment that literally those three could have made a huge impact on last season.
Yeah, and I don't care what anyone says. I don't care what anyone's viewers are on Jose Mourinho. I mean, I would take him back in a heartbeat right now.
Yeah.
I know it's not possible, but I would actually take him back. I would hire him right now if I could.
I'm totally with you. I mean, I flip-flopped so many times with Mourinho. When we got him, I was like, we're dancing with the devil. Then after the documentary, it kind of won me over seeing the behind the scenes with him. And then we're playing top of the league. And then you hire him to get you to the final, win trophies, and you get to a fight. again, I don't get it. But like you said, I would hire him right now.